Hello, my name is Pappas, and today I will teach you how to kill Jason. So why even bother for the kill and going after it? Why hit your friends, and get into a group and start the hunting party? Well, first and foremost, of course, maybe you've played many um, horror games. You can literally never do it. You can never defeat the killer, right? And to boot, it's one of the most iconic killers in the horror franchise, Jason Voorhees, and you can strike him down. On top of that, you get 500 bonus XP, and 500 is a good bunch on top of it. It's like basically double XP. I mean, okay, you get like 700, 800 per match, maybe, 500 on top of that makes it 1.4 cards, almost as if you had played a Jason round. Not only does it reward you with the most XP you could possibly gather in a match, or realistically, it's also, and this might sound weird to you, the easiest win condition. Of course, I can talk for when you're alone with his 6 pup players. It's definitely far from the easiest, but you won't have to search drawers. You won't have everything is easily findable and achievable. Okay, so while this I would consider the easiest, the police would be the second easiest to get everyone out, and the match is over right there. Okay, so no watching the game for 5 minutes or 10 minutes because you have escaped. No, the game is over right there. XP Pinata rolls in. And it gives you a taste of combat, which is important because underneath all this stealth gameplay you might enjoy, is still a hidden game of combat, which is very enjoyable. But the most important reason why you should go for the kill is the salt it generates. You're reversing the roles of the game. The moment you start bullying him, you generate a little bit of salt. And as it goes 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20, you decide when it's enough, and in one uniting strike, you can smell it. It's a fresh Jason. All the build up, ready to go. He does not want to give in to your ways. He wants to defy your victory. But as you whip him into shape, suddenly the ocean seems like a good spot for him to be. And he is looking at it like the last unicorn. Should I go into the ocean, my personal safe space, or not? Should I run or not? Once a Jason sees the kill is pretty much determined. For some reason, there's like a security bubble around you that he doesn't want to enter. And then the fun is all yours. And this is why you should bother to kill Jason. Now we talk about the kill conditions. So what is required so you can fire the sequence. So for starters, a female character has to be alive because she has to pick up the sweater and only females can do that. Tommy Jarvis is alive. Alright, so we need both. Sweater, that means a female, and Tommy Jarvis. To get Tommy Jarvis, what you need to do is 2 people need to die or escape while he is called. That will then get one of the 2 that died or escaped back in as Tommy Jarvis. Okay, a quick summary for how to kill Jason. First, demask Jason any point during the game. Then activate the sweater when he is not stunned. 3. Have someone hit him with a heavy attack. Baseball bat works best. 4. Jarvis equipped with a machete or an axe goes close to the kneeling Jason and presses E. 5. Voila! XP Pinata. Now we talk a bit about the kill sequence, and it all starts with demasking Jason. Now, well, the only thing you need to do there is damage Jason. You can do it with any weapon. Fuck, you could even do it with firecrackers. But the important part is, of course, some weapons are better than others, and in this case, the machete is flat out the best weapon, followed by the axe. Alright? But keep in mind, every weapon can demask everything that deals damage. It's just a matter of, making his, let's say, HP go to 0, then his mask falls off. To give you a couple of pointers, if you have like a character like Bugsy or Jarvis, they have both 10 strength, the machete will take the mask off in 2 to 3 hits. A very strong way to get these hits in is simply attack Jason as a duo, let him grab one of you, the second one comes in for the rescue with the machete, and that's already 50% of the mask gone right there. But it also means, it shows that Bugsy is basically redundant, or high strength characters are basically redundant, because Jarvis, at worst, could do the demask in 2 hits fairly quickly by himself. Now, but even a character like Vanessa only needs 5 to 6 machete hits, which is easily achievable, even by yourself. The mask does not need to be picked up. You could give it to your sweater carrier girl so that she can enter the shack unnoticed, but that is all it does. Like normally when you enter the shack, Jason will get a sound notification. Pamela will say, "Oh, my boy, they're coming to get me." If you have the mask, that will not happen. That's it. But always make sure before you pick up, show hesitation in picking up that mask, letting Jason know that you're scared that you become as bad as he is, and weak. The next thing on your agenda is to locate the shack. That is pretty easy. All you need to do is have a look at the map and you will know exactly where it is. The reason you need to go to the shack is because it contains the sweater. The sweater is always inside the killer's shack, and all you need to do is be a female character and press E. Then you will pick it up. If you die with the sweater, nobody else can interact with it. So how does it work? Well, there's 2 possible locations per map, and there are identifiers on the map that I will show you later, so you can know exactly and instantly where the shack is. And also the shack always contains an X. That is important because the X works for the Jason kill. So you can pick it up, take it with you, and you already have your weapon that you can give to Jarvis. The shack also secretly has a little spoiler. If you go in without the mask, it always contains a morphing Jason that wants to rip you apart afterwards. Higgins is pretty straightforward. I have marked both possible locations with a red circle, and all you have to really look for is for the campfires. As you can see, the island one has a campfire located right there. That means the shack is not on the island, and since it's only 2 positions per map, we can now conclude that the shack is located south of the graveyard. Now keep in mind, Higgins' shack on the island is a special case. It's very hard to get off it, so be advised, try to take the mask if you can to avoid notification. Otherwise, you will need a stun to cross the water safely, because literally Jason can keep you hostage on it. Try to go north to Stillwater when escaping, do not go west. Pakanak has the same trick to it as Higgins. You can tell in this picture that the red circle has a campfire in it, which allows us to conclude that the shack is in the left circle area, right to the west. Now, if it was not the case, then the west circle would have a campfire and there would be nothing on the right side. Crystal Lake is a bit special. Instead of looking for campfires, all you need to do is look at one specific house location marked with a black circle. If the house is present, that means the shack is in the north circle. If the house is missing, it means that it is in the south. In this example, since the house is present, we know that the shack must be in the north position. Now let us talk quickly about the most common misconceptions. For starters, Tommy needs a machete. Often you will hear random say, "Oh, I need a machete, I can't," while they're running around with an axe. That is factually wrong. A machete or an axe both work for a kill. Next thing is that the sweater girl has to be the one hitting him. That is not correct. Anyone can hit him, even Tommy himself. The only question if it works or not is is the hit a stunning hit or not. If it's not, the kill is gone. The next two would be that Tommy needs the mask or anyone at that point to be able to trigger it. That is not true. And that is why I pointed out again that the kill is hard to do. It is absolutely not hard to do. Demask, sweater Q, baseball bat hit in, bonus XP. That's all there is to it. The rest is all in your mind. It's the fear of Jason that is talking. Technically, easy peasy. Alright, quick but very important tips that will help you secure more kills. The sweater if you use a sweater, it locks you in an animation where you just raise your arms, right? This can be absolutely cancelled by entering the combat stance. That means you activate your sweater, press on the PC C, and you can immediately go into a swing, right? So it's not uncommon to see Sweater Girl hold a baseball bat, press Q, and then instantly hits him on his knees. That also means that Jason has less time to press E and get out of it. And the second one is Hammer Q. Your sweater will only activate if Jason is within range. That means the best way for you to do it is wait for him to shift in. At some point he will, unless he's a runner. So as he's shifting in, you're hammering Q. The moment he comes out of shift, he's already stunned and standing. There will be no grab, there will be no morphing out of it. He's caught. Alright, but the distance of hammering Q is more than you can strike, so only do that, if Jarvis is on, or someone else is on kneeling duty. You yourself will not reach him in time. In order for Jason to kneel, he needs a bit of space. So if you do that, right next to a cabin or inside a house, things might go wrong. Just, give him a little bit of space so he can properly kneel for you. And then the next thing, beware of slopes. For some reason, slopes will sometimes still allow him to go, like for the animation to start, but you will not be able to hit him. Whatever reason, I don't know. It happened more than one time. Enough times for me to warn you of it. Look that he's okay. Don't beware of like, this is not a slope. This is a slope. This is a slope. This is not a slope. All right. It doesn't have to be completely even, but keep it in mind. You don't have to take the first best shot.